Hi everyone, Álvaro here. Today I would like to show you my half bootcamp project that I did at SocraTech. It consists of a house finder where you can add real estate agencies and houses within this. Here we got the database diagram with the two tables, real estate and house. The relationship between both is 1 to n. It means that one real estate can have 0 or many houses, but one house can only belong to one real estate. All of these are going to be the attributes or columns of each table. These two will be the primary keys. Let's see the tables on the database in our MySQL. Here we have our database with the two tables, real estate and house, and their columns. And some data types of the columns are varchar, year, small int, boolean, and in the house table we have the common column, which is real estate ID. Here is called the foreign key, and this one is going to relate the two tables. Now let's see the page. Here we have the main page. If we reload, we can see the logo and the text animation. Here we also have a background image. In the top we have the navbar with some links and some buttons. If we scroll down, we have the real estate agencies, and below the footer with the social media icons. Now let's add some real estate agency. Here we have the form to register a real estate agency. If we accept with no information in any field, we see that all the fields less description are mandatory. This is done by validators in the code. We'll see it later. So let's add some real estate agency, for example, this one. Password, I'm going to write M, okay. Description. Number, for example, an image. Okay. Here we got our real estate agency. So now our real estate agency is registered, so we can go to the login. And the same than before, if we don't write anything, we have here this message that is a validator as well. So let's write our email. It was this, and the password, it was M. If we accept, we go to the view of the real estate, and now we can add some houses. So let's do it. All the forms have validators. If we accept with no information, we see here 2 messages. So this field and this one are mandatory. Let's put, for example, Madrid. Yeah, building year, area, description, image, for example, this. Now we have here our house related to the real estate agency. Let's add one more. For example, in image, yes, for example. Okay, here we got our 2 first houses. Now if we want to see some more information of the house, we can click here, and here we have the view of the house individually. If, for example, we made some mistake while writing, or we want to change some information, we just have to click here to edit. For example, we are going to change the address. We accept, and here is the change. Now we can go to our database in MySQL to see our real estate agency here and the two houses which are here. Okay. Now if we want to delete some house, we have two options, the complete delete or the logic delete. Let's start with the logic delete. For example, we are going to delete this one. We click here. It's not here anymore. Let's check our database. Here we got Granada. If we update, we can see here in the column is deleted is 1. So it means that it's deleted from the page, but it remains in our database. And if we click here in the delete button, we are going to delete completely the house from the database and from the page. We go back to the database, and Madrid, if we update here, is going to disappear. That's the main difference between the logic delete and the complete delete. And now if we want to see all the houses, we just have to click here, and here we got it. And now let's check that our page is responsive. Okay, here we have the navbar as well. This one. So now let's go to the code. Here we are. I started this project by using Express generator, so some files were generated automatically. For example, we are here in the package.json, and here we can see some dependencies that we have required. For example, bcrypt. This was necessary for the hash of the password. When we registered our real estate agency, our password was M, and here we can see the hash. Other dependency, for example, multer. We need this one for the all the files from the forms to save them. And other dependency, for example, MySQL2. This is needed to connect our database with our project. The next file, for example, this one, db.js. We can see all the information of our database, and this is what we need to connect our database with the project. Let's go to the next file, app. Here we can see all the routes, index, house, and real estate. Here we have the requires, and they are gonna start from the folder routes that is here. The next file is multer. As I said before, we are going to need this to save all the files from the forms. This is in the folder middlewares. Let's go to the next file, house or real estate. It doesn't matter, they are very similar. They have all the endpoints or routes. For example, here in house, we have the method get and post from Express. The first one, is used to get all the data and render a view. And the method post is to save and pick up all the data from the forms. And in the case we have a form where we have to add some files, we are going to require multer. Here is the require. We are going to use multer between the endpoint and the controller, and between the brackets we are going to put the name of the folder where we want to save those files. And for example, this is here. In this case, this is the folder. Let's see now some of our controllers. For example, this one, it's a dynamic root because we wrote an ID. If we see it here in the house controller, here it is. We are going to have the ID in the rec parents, and after this we are going to render the view from register house with the ID. Now we just need to save and pick up all the data from the user. We are going to do it here in the method post. So we are going to see the real estate ID in the rec parents, all the rest of the data that the user will introduce in the rec body. Below we have some validations. In case of any of these fields is empty, we are going to send these messages with the view of the form register house again. Here we have the query, and in this array we are going to save all the data. If finally everything is okay, we are going to do the connection query and redirect the user to the page of the real estate where this house belongs to. And for example, if we scroll down, here we can see two very similar to the previous one. In this one, we are going to render the form to edit the house, and here we are going to save all the data that the user will change or modify. Let's see now a view. For example, this one, this is the view to register a real estate agency. Here we have the Bootstrap links, the CSS links, here the header with the navbar, the main section. Here we got the form, the fields, name, email, password, phone number, add image, very important. In the case we are going to upload a file, we are going to need this line, okay? And if we go below, here we have the footer and other Bootstrap link. Let's see another view. For example, login one. Here we got Bootstrap links, CSS links, the header with the navbar, main section with the form. Here, if we compare this to the previous form, here we needed this line because we were going to upload some file. In this case, in login, we don't need it. Here we have some fields, email, password, below the footer as well, and here another Bootstrap link. Let's see some styles. This one, for example, belongs to the all houses view. Here we got the colors palette, the font for the body, background color for the main, a card with an image and a hover with a scale, these buttons with hover and a background color, this footer with a filter. This style belongs to the index view with another color palette, a background image, these two animations, one for the logo and one for the text, another background for another section, this card with a hover and a scale, and this one with a text decoration, underline and other scale. And that's all. I know it's not too much, but I think at the same time that to be the first project is a good step and a great advance. So I hope you like it, and thanks for watching. Bye.